What's up, my people? This is your guide to flip you for the topics where we talk our trash, and one man's trash is another man's treasure. We live, we're ready on the late night. I don't know if my late night vamps is up. What up, Fuchi? We lit on the late night. What up, my love? See what up with the vamps out here. We gonna talk some shit. We gonna talk anal and why anal is such a big deal. I don't know. People awake, but I'm still gonna talk my shit. I'll do that. What the fuck? I don't know. It's talking about my comment goes against community guidelines, people. But what up, my little three men? We talking anal. Yeah, you hear me. Anal, and why is anal your forbidden desire? What up, girl? We here on the late night. Chilling. Everything's good with me. Thank God I can't complain. Woke up today. You know? But I want to discuss anal. Does anybody know why anal is so important? And I'm going to tell y'all why. I'll find this later. I'll tell y'all why anal is so important in a minute. But I want to know if anybody has an idea why people's assholes are so sensitive. Simple as that. I know where you at, your forbidden desire. You at work. You don't play that shit. You be chasing all that money. I know it. I respect your grind. Shit. Get that money. But women, men, like I said, I know people watch us on their own time. But anal. Anybody know why your asshole was so sensitive for men and women? Anybody have an idea? Can anybody? No? Nobody knows? Let me tell you why men and women are so sensitive when it comes to their assholes. Because your asshole has thousands of nerves, right? That's pretty much connected to your spine, which goes all the way up to your pineal gland. Believe it or not. And I just learned that today. So I'm not going to act like I've been new to this shit. But I thought it was very interesting. Feel me? But that is the reason why. Why your asshole is so sensitive. Why women and men alike like their assholes played with. And I've been watching a bunch of videos about Kama Sutra and semen retention and just exercises. And I'm saying just to knowledge is power. Just simple as that. Just knowledge is power. And when you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So, I like to learn. I like to learn and broaden my knowledge on things that I like to do. Another way to put it. But yeah, it's very important because, and for men, of course, we all know it's connected to your prostate and whatever, which is the man's G-spot, right? So for men, I guess they asshole. It's very important too, I guess, when it comes to orgasms and things like that. And a lot of men are ashamed of even going that way. You know what I'm saying? Which I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't want niggas don't want to feel violated. I get it. Yeah, man, definite, man. You gotta expand your knowledge and your mentality just on every level, my little three, man. You 100% right. She said expanding the mental is always important. Definite, because when you expand your mental, then you control your physical. It's mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? And mind over matter is important. Discipline is important. You know what I'm saying? So when you start learning these types of disciplines to your flesh, to your body, and you learn to control these things, you become fucking. You got some superpowers. You know what I'm saying? You a superhero when you learn discipline. You know what I'm saying? Discipline is very important. Yeah, I seen the typo. Ain't nobody stressing your typo, nigga. We understood what you meant. We understood what you meant. My little three, man. You don't need to fix yourself. But yeah, I've been on that wave, and I've been on this wave for a while as far as semen retention and just just preparing your mind sexually and controlling yourself and not to be too anticipated and things like that, which depends on the situation. Sometimes it'd be what it be. But I've been on that for a little while already. I'm gonna say maybe for the past year. I've been educating myself on the subject, and practicing. Not only just educating myself, but also taking the time out to do the practices and the exercises and just certain little things, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us men in the past, we ain't nobody care about y'all spelling as long as I understand. All right, as long as that shit is not looking like gibberish. But a lot of men, listen, we all do it. The phones fuck you up. The phones make you look retarded too. They put some shit that you ain't even trying to put. Trust me, I go through it every day. But there's a lot of men who have ejaculation problems or have erectile dysfunction problems. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men who deal with that issue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of y'all women out there have had a husband or maybe a boyfriend or just a partner that's had those issues. You know what I'm saying? God damn, you getting that check though. You getting that check though. Let me hold something. Let me hold a little something. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold like $5. You got $5. Let me hold something. I'm joking. Get that money, girl. But there's a lot of men going on with these issues, man. And, I wanted to watch a video, and if y'all want to watch it with me, we can watch it. It's mostly for the men, but it's good because if you have a partner and you having these issues, you know what I'm saying? If you having these issues, you might could probably help them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women going through sex problems at home. You know what I'm saying? And what people need to understand that sexual energy is the most strongest energy in the world. And we always talk about energy, and sexual energy, we can't deny it. It's the most powerful motherfucking energy in the world. It is the energy that creates life itself. Think about it. Without sex, there's no me, there's no you. Without sex, your mother doesn't exist. Without sex, your grandparents never existed. You know what I'm saying? So it's the life force. Sex is the fucking most powerful energy in the world next to love. You know what I'm saying? Why they call it love making? Because the act of love comes with sex. It becomes the first building block of energy, or the first release of energy, just period. So sex and love go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you make a baby. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that genetics and science don't make a difference, because you know what? You cannot love a motherfucker and have some sex and get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is that the energy in that, maybe him, maybe you, you know what I'm saying, was so strong that baby's created. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to do with energy and the life force. You crazy, Forbidden Desire. You crazy. You gonna pick me up. You gonna pick me up in the Uber helicopter. We gone. All that money you making in the medical field, girl. Gonna call the Uber chopper. 50 topics on the way. But back to I'm getting at. Sexual energy is the life force. Without it, none of us exist. Not me, not you, not your kids. And what happens with sex, right? What I've been learning is when you have sex with a new partner, especially unprotected sex, your DNA, oh, sorry, quick message. But your DNA, what up, my brother, North Philly Joe? We talking erectile dysfunction. Why is the anal or your rectum, why is it so important for men or women sexually? And just to give you a quick recap, is because your anal or your rectum, however you want to call it, has thousands of nerves, and those thousands of nerves, believe it or not, are connected to your pineal gland. And that is why a lot of people feel euphoria when their asses are played with sexually. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, my brother, chilling, man. We just, there's a lot of men with erectile dysfunction problems and ejaculation problems, pre-ejaculation problems. And a lot of times, besides diet, us men has caused that upon ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like they caused that upon ourselves, upon themselves. So, and we was also talking about what's the power, that the most powerful energy is sexual energy, because without sexual energy, we would not exist. Not me, not you, not your grandparents, not your mom. And DNA, I was getting to the point where DNA becomes memorized. It becomes memorized, and it memorizes to the point where your parents had sex, right? And it bring arousal and pleasure and love, right? It bring those feelings of energy together, right? So that DNA, right, of love, power, and sex came together and created you, right? While they was having sex, they had the power and the energy of love, right? Of love and arousal and pleasure, right? So those were all good things in the moment that created you. Make sense? So now also that DNA is memorized from when your parents had the love, arousal, and pleasure. And now when you are having these sexual intercourses and things like that, guess what? Your DNA is activating its memory and going back all the way to your parents' pleasure, arousal, and love making. Because your DNA has that stored. So it's a continuous cycle, right? Whether you pass it on to your kids and your kids pass it on to their next and pass it on to the next, it is a genetic, it is passed down genetically. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that till recently. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been watching a bunch of videos, reading some books, and I never knew that. It's very interesting information. You know what I'm saying? And it makes a lot of sense because it's 50-50. What up, Denelli Cavellis? All the way from the deep. Listen, we talking why your anal and sexual arousal and sexual energy. I'll recap in a minute. But what it is, now we going back and forth, or we going on a continuous cycle of sending those down the genetic marker, right? So that is why sexual energy is so powerful, because it's ancient, right? It's ancient. It is the most powerful energy. It is the energy of creation. You feel me what I'm saying? It's the energy of creation. So sexual energy is the most powerful energy alongside love. That's why it is called love making. Because within that love making, there's enough energy to create an atomic bomb or to create another life. Makes sense? And Denelli Cavelli, if you missed it, what I was talking about was the anal and why the anal is such a big deal. And why people, men and women alike, are so aroused when their anal or their rectum is played with sexually. Or however you want to word that. And the reason for that is because the thousands of nerves in the rectum, and the rectum is also directly connected to the spine, which also goes directly up here to your pineal gland, right? So that is where the arousal comes from, where the euphoria comes from, because your rectum is connected to your pineal gland or your pineal gland, whichever way people like to word it. So that's just some knowledge to drop for the folks. If you didn't know why you so aroused when a nigga play with your asshole, guess what? Now you know, because your rectum has thousands of nerves, which is also connected to your spine, which leads all the way to the top of your head, all the way to the pineal gland or the pineal gland, whichever way it is pronounced. So that's just some knowledge. And, the live's a little dry tonight, but it is what it is. What's up, Herb? Lama jama jam bam bam. You sort of missed it. You might have to go back. I just did a recap, my brother, my sister. Not sure what you is, but go back on the recap. And because right now I want to play this video. This is just for men mostly, but if you have a partner at home and he's having pre-ejaculation problems or erectile dysfunction, it's because most likely, besides improper eating habits, also most men most likely train their dick to not work, to not work properly. Okay, due to bad habits of masturbation and watching porn. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's all right, Denelli Cavellis. You always go back. It's all right. And it's just, it's just me and you right now. We had a couple of people on, but they slid off. But it's all right. Who's meant to be is meant to be. You dig? What's meant to be is meant to be. For some reason, my video just went off the TV. Do not go nowhere. Let me just... I don't know. I just lost the video. Let me see if I can get it on my tablet and screen it this way. Yo, Reggie in the Runs Back. What's good, man? We literally... I don't know why the fuck I just lost this video. Hold on. Let me try again a different way. This is going to annoy the shit out of me. Yeah, some people do feel like it's an uncomfortable topic, but that is why we need to speak about it, Denelli Cavellis, because there's a lot of problems at home. There's a lot of problems in people's homes. Why? Because the sexual energy is not there, and sex is so important. No matter how much we want to say, no, sex is not important. No. If you having a bad sex life, you having a bad life at home. If you having a bad sex life, you might just be having a bad, you might just be having a bad life, period. Believe it or not, because like I said, sex is the most powerful energy in the world, which is connected with love. So if you ain't got that love going on, then guess what? Chances are you're not happy. Chances are you're dealing with turmoil inside. Why? Because sex is also therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? It's needed. It's needed for the mind, for the body, for the soul. It's not just having sex with somebody and masturbating and using their body. You know what I'm saying? It's much more intimate than that. And it's needed. And a lot of people in their homes are losing their intimacy. And a lot of times they're losing their intimacy because a man can't perform. A woman can mostly always perform. All she needs is that dick inside of her. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to make sure her dick stand. So a lot of times it's because a man cannot function at home. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, right, the woman is not attractive no more and things like that. The Nutty Cavelli says many marriages and relationships end because they don't talk about their likes and dislikes. Yeah, a lot of people don't take the time to discover each other. You know what I'm saying? They just want to slide in there and fuck and think they killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Think killing the pussy, think is all about killing the pussy. You know, everything has its moment in sex. Everything has its moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what? Sex could go from nice and slow to crazy talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It can go either way. You know what I'm saying? But it's all up here first. It's all up here because, you know what? If you ain't got your mind right and you're not really aware, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing about sex is more being aware of what you like, aware of what your partner likes, where she likes to be touched, where that spot that you touch her the most is going to drive her crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of men don't want to take the time to study these things. They just think they know, oh, I'm going to kiss on her neck. But why? Why you kissing on her neck is going to get her aroused? Do you even know that? Why are you kissing on her breast? Why is that going to get her aroused? Right? Like the breasts. The breasts are very important in a woman. Why? Because the breasts, right? The breasts give milk, right? So the breasts are connected to glands all through your body. So a lot of women don't even know why they so aroused when a man plays with their breasts. A lot of women don't even understand why. The reason you're so aroused is because your breasts are connected to the glands in your body that supply milk to your children, right? But those glands, let me tell you something, right? You have glands all through your body. So when it comes to your breasts, right? That's why a lot of women don't even realize that they're aroused when a man plays with their underarms and rubs their underarms. Why? Because it's all connected down to your breast, all the way down your body. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of women are so aroused when a man plays with their breast, because it's connected to all the glands and it pretty much leads to your power source. You know what I'm saying? Your sexual energy in your gut. You know what I'm saying? Because your gut is very important. And not only your gut, I don't want to get this wrong. I'm not sure if it's your ovaries, right? That you can feel when a man plays with your breasts and things like that. You can feel your ovaries contracting and things like that. Evie says foreplay is everything. I agree. The Nelly Cavelli says that's why communication is key. I ask and explore my man when I'm in a relationship. Yeah, I think it's very important to explore each other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are not open to that. A lot of men just want to come and kill the pussy, and that's it. You know, that's arousing to them, which is more. It's not too arousing. It's an adrenaline rush. More when you think like that. You know what I'm saying? And no doubt, every nigga want to kill the pussy. No doubt, every nigga want to dominate that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it comes to a point where, okay, now I dominated it. Now I want to learn every little nook and cranny to make it function at 100%. You know what I'm saying? Or to get it to that level. Like, see, like Evie says, foreplay is important. Listen, foreplay is key. Foreplay is key. Like, people don't understand, like, especially for women, right? Everything is energy. So, especially for women, you know, okay, like I said, I've been reading some books and things like that. Like, so through the understanding of Kama Sutra and the Tao and things like that, women need a good 20 minutes and more of just foreplay. Just teasing them and arousing them, and not just arousing to the point where she wants the dick and you like, all right, here, take this dick, we 10 minutes in, we there. Nah, so men gotta learn to hold themselves back too, and keep a woman at bay, and learn to give her that foreplay for at least 20 minutes. Why? Because the energy starts to build, and we have energy that come from different parts of our body sexually. You know what I'm saying? What up, girl? And we have energy, right? And that's why the rectum is so important, because we lose energy through the rectum. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna get on that on another tip with that. But now, as far as arousal, right, with energy, it builds up. And it builds up, and it builds up, and there's certain areas, right, which, like I said, I'm just learning, and I don't want to come and give misinformation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give misinformation, but there's certain energies that build up in certain parts of the body. You know what I'm saying? And for you to get your partner there, you have to let that energy build. So that's why, yes, she's definitely right. Foreplay is very, very, very important. Very important. You know what I'm saying? For the man and the woman. But that is why it is also important for the man to train himself. To train himself. Why? So like that, when you give so much foreplay, you're not such an anticipated state of mind that when you finally get in there, you explode. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where the level of control comes in, and the level of training your penis, training your dick, training your cock, however you want to word it. So, as far as men, you know, there's a lot of, she said, let me find out, the love doctor. No, not the love doctor, but there's a lot of people who have erectile dysfunction problems and things like that. And I think this would be a great help to people. You know what I'm saying? Just because knowledge is power. Just because knowledge is power. Okay, Hall's eyes? What? What do you mean by that, Evie? You lost me. You lost me with that one. But, you know, it's very important. It's very important. Foreplay is very important. And discovering your partner and things like that is very important. And I think there's a time for everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a time for crazy sex. There's a time for love making. There's a time for whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a time for everything. I think a lot of men need to be more aware and open with their sexuality also. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what limits us as far as partners together. You feel me? I see you with that wet. But that's what limits us as partners. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to exploit each other. We become too comfortable. And that's when the sex starts getting boring and it just becomes the same thing every day. And, you know, after a while, it just becomes the same dick, the same pussy, and it becomes to the point where couples just forget to show that love and bring that energy in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, sex is the most powerful energy alongside love. That's why it's called love making. And if you're not having a good sex life, it's a big chance that you're unhappy. There's a part of you that is unhappy because you're not getting the strongest energy in the world, which is sexual energy, which is connected with love. So if you're not receiving that, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're going to be unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, because sex is powerful. And no, you're definitely right. She said, I never get tired of the same dick. You shouldn't ever get tired of the same dick. The same way a nigga should never get tired of the same pussy. He should love that pussy forever. You know what I'm saying? But people get so comfortable. It's not about the dick or the pussy. It's that people get so comfortable and careless with each other that they forget to cater to each other's needs. You know what I'm saying? So let me just clarify just a little. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. It's not about a new pussy. It's not about a new dick, because what happens is the comfortability, and people start caring about each other, and people start giving each other they stop giving each other that same attention they did, that same caring, that same catering after a while. And then what happens is, whether it's a nigga or bitch, a girl be at work and she'll have a nigga in her ear telling her all these sweet things, right? That her man used to tell her, but he's so comfortable with having her that he never tells her that stuff. So all these sweet things sound amazing once again to this woman. You know what I'm saying? Or this man, his wife is not catering to him no more. They comfortable, so comfortable that it's just whatever all the time. And then he got this girl who's willing to rub his back, who's willing to just not really talk much and complain and just want to be in his presence and just be there for him in a good way, as opposed to this woman that's already all comfortable and just treats him like he's a regular nigga, when he got this other woman over here treating him like a superstar and letting him know that he's not a regular nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just like a woman had that bitch having this man in his ear, telling her all the sweet things. You know what I'm saying? So it's not too much about the same dick or the same pussy. It's about the comfortability and the carelessness. You know what I'm saying? About attending to our partner's needs. And I think we're all guilty of that. We're all guilty of that at some point or another in our lives. And when you come to that awareness, then you know and you push, you know what I'm saying, not to have those problems. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have problems in the bed, you're having problems at home. Simple as that. Ain't nobody happy. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's no other way to put that. If you're having problems sexually, somewhere in your life you are unhappy, because, like I said, sexual energy is the most powerful energy in the world, because it is associated with the power of love. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know if y'all heard me when I spoke about genetics. It is memorized. When your parents had sex and they had pleasure and arousal and they created you, guess what? That 50-50 of arousal and pleasure went into your DNA. And then when you had that sexual arousal and pleasure when you had your children, guess what? It went into their DNA. Why? Because it's the sexual power and it's love. And it's a very strong creation. It's a magical creation. You can create life with that power. What is more godly than creating a life? It's easy to take a life, but to create a life, that is powerful. Get where I'm going with it? So, sexual energy is the most powerful energy in the world, which is why it runs the world. Make sense? J2 Lovely said, I agree with Ibiton. Well, I agree with that too. You know what I'm saying? No partner should get tired of each other. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say I don't mind being with the same woman for many years. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with that. Simple as that. I've been there. Like, there are relationships out here that don't have cheating involved. There are a lot of relationships, believe it or not. And I could say I was in a relationship that I can honestly say there was no cheating at all. Not that I know of. And I know on my end, there was no cheating. So I know it does exist. You know what I'm saying? I was in a 7-year relationship and we've never had an issue of infidelity. You know what I'm saying? And that's with the first mother of my children. You know what I'm saying? We never had that issue. Straight up. Not on my end, not on her end. So it does exist. It does exist. Being with the same dick for 20 years, being with the same pussy for 20 years, it exists. Being with the same dick or same pussy till you die, it fucking exists. You know what I'm saying? But it depends the level of where you at with that person. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Simple as that. If a motherfucker's cheating, there's only a couple reasons for him cheating. Straight up. He's not happy in the home. The woman's not catered to him the way he should. Or he's just a horn dog and he just want to be out there getting his dick wet. There's no other point. It's not that he doesn't love you. It's not because you were doing wrong. It's not because you're crazy. No, just niggas just can't control their sexual desires. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. They can have the best woman in the world, but the right little piece of ass flash bottom, and guess what? They're going to fall for it because they have no self-control. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it just has to do with self-control. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we're animals, and I always stress that we're a human species. You know what I'm saying? We're probably the top of the totem pole, but it doesn't make us the fucking smartest, even though we think we are. You know what I'm saying? But let me see if I can get back to this video. Don't go nowhere, the Nutty Cavellis. Let me see if I can find the 2 seconds without it throwing me off my live if I'm gone long enough. But don't go nowhere. Let me try to find this video because it's very important. It's a good video.
Practicing, they will call.
All right, we got it, people. We got it, the Nutty Cavellis.
Yeah, very important. Okay. So the whole key is very simple. You get the oil, we call the baby oil.
Baby oil. Okay.
And you put it in. And now you put the peanuts to warm it. In the cold winter, you warm them up. You get a hot tub.
All right, what he's talking about here, he's giving exercises and things to do to train your penis because, like I said, a lot of men have trained their penis to pre-ejaculate. And the thing is, you have to train your penis like any other muscle. And you have to get it and work it there through exercises and things like that to make it strong. If not, then you're going to be fucking nutting in 30 seconds the minute you get touched. You know what I'm saying? And this goes for the men out there. You don't want that. You don't want to have to drink some Henny every time you want to give some good dick just so you're not as sensitive in your penis. You know what I'm saying? or doing some type of drug, so like that you can last longer. You know what I'm saying? So you're not getting the feeling, because the reality is you're not getting the true sexual arousal when you do those things, because you're not getting the feeling 100%. You know what I'm saying? But let's check out these little these exercises he gives, and maybe this can help some men out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of the men that watch this, maybe they'd be ashamed, but maybe they watch it on their own time, and maybe this can help them. And if y'all want to know what it is, it says sexual exercise for men, Mantak Chia. Okay, so if y'all want to know what's this video, you go on YouTube and go check it out. It's a good video. I think it's very knowledgeable. It's very useful for the men out there, and for women who have partners that are going through this issue. You know what I'm saying? But let's play this video of me talking shit, because I won't stop talking that trash. Yo, what's up, my brother? You having erectile dysfunction? I think you having erectile dysfunction. Talking about 1,300. I think you jerked off 1,300 times, and now you're getting erectile dysfunction with pre-ejaculation. I'm not going live with you. I don't know you, brother. Now, I'm just fucking with you. I'm about to play this video. I would have went live with you, but I'm about to play this video. And if I do go live with anybody, it's not going to let me download it. And I really want to download this segment for my YouTube channel. So, apologize, my brother, because this is very important info. Stay tuned and watch these exercises so you can stop pre-ejaculating like American Pie.
Okay. And you make it warm. Okay. And you put it here. Make sure all the blood flow. Okay. Now you get the penis out.
Yeah.
You pull the skin. A lot of people, they never circumstances.
Yeah.
So they have the skin. So you pull the skin and you get the oil in the hand and you rub. Hand go like this, you rub.
Yo, what's lame, bro? It's not my fault you pre-ejaculate.
Especially on the gland penis. Rub them. 50 times, rest.
Okay.
Because you make them strong and not sensitive.
Okay. 50
and
times.
50 times one right side, 50 times left side, 50 times front, 50 times back, 50 times down. Right.
All right, so what he's saying to do is, right? Because if you don't train your penis, then it's sensitive, right? And the minute you go into some pussy and you feel that, guess what? You're so sensitive, what happened? American Pie. So what he's saying to do is take some baby oil or some oils, some Kama Sutra essential oils, right? That's great. Try to sign the fairly, my brother. Either you do or you don't. Simple. But for the men out there, you take your baby oil or your essential oils, is what he's telling you to do, and you take your penis, the head of your penis, whether you're circumcised or not, if you're circumcised, pull your skin back, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to take these oils and you're going to rub the head of your penis and you're going to stroke yourself, right, with the light pull downward 50 times, pretty much 50 times to the left, 50 times to the right, 50 times upward. And you're going to do this daily, at least 300 strokes or 300 pulls, however it is, however you want to word it, right? And as a first step into training your penis and making it become unsensitive. So the minute you get into some pussy, you're not pulling the American Pie because you're touched and you can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So you're training your penis to handle those movements. You know what I'm saying? To handle those strokes. So as soon as you get in some pussy, you don't just American Pie. Right? So let's go back to this video and let's see what he's talking about. I just wanted y'all to hear what he was saying because I know it got a little distorted and I ain't really hear where he started at.
Why? Okay. How often am I doing this?
You have to do it every day until you can control.
Every day until you can control your ejaculation, people.
A lot. If my mom caught me doing that.
If you want...
Thank you, Danelli.
If you want to be good with it, you have to practicing.
Okay, all right.
But once you get it, now when you make love, that's it.
Okay. So I'm
And
sharpening the knife. That's what
You're
you call
sharpening
it.
the knife.
Okay. All right.
If you don't sharpen the knife, that's the number one. Number two,
Sharpening the
you
knife.
have to learn how to
we said.
contracting the prostate gland, right? Because the two things are separate. The front part here, when you urine, you want to test that you do it right or not. When you urinate, you stop the urinate.
Yeah.
And that is the front part here. That is the prostate gland.
Okay.
Okay. Now the anus is different thing. Okay. So people cannot separate and they don't know it.
All right. What he's saying also is, just so you can understand what I'm saying, this is for the men. You know, if you peeing, right? And you know, when you stop yourself from peeing and you pull that muscle back, that's your prostate gland. That's doing that, right? So what he's saying is you have to work out your prostate gland, right? Why? Because that's going to control when you ejaculate, if you have enough pressure to stop that ejaculation from coming through. You understand? So like that, you're not ejaculating, you're ejaculating inwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's sort of confusing for the average Joe, but knowledge is power, my people. So your prostate gland is very important. Why? Because if you don't have the muscle strong enough in your prostate gland, when that pressure comes of your semen to, you're not going to be able to control it. You can't stop it. It's just like if you're going to pee and you can't stop your pee. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. But we both know that your semen, your cum, is coming out that shit at 1,000 miles an hour. So, you know, your prostate gland got to be strong enough to hold that in. So like that, after you let that out, you're not dead. They're not and dead to the world because you've released all your creative energy. You know what I'm saying? So you want that to stay inward. And that's how you're able to have that inward orgasm. And you're also able to keep going because you didn't release your energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. You have to release that semen also. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just keep it there forever. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to this.
Squeeze on the anus, they just don't work because so when you contract the prostate gland, because male G-spot is in prostate gland, right? So when you contract the prostate gland in the front and you feel energy activate here. So you contract and you feel here activate. Now you do it right. So you contract 1, 2, 3, 4, you see, 5, 6, 7. You contract 300 times.
300.
A day.
Do I do that when I'm urinating to practice? No.
When you know that muscle, you just practice it.
Oh, okay. All right.
50, you can split them out 50 times, rest, do something, and sometimes you sit on working, and you do 50 times, very quick, 50 seconds.
Okay.
Not even 1 minute.
Okay.
So you do.
All right, let me give you guys another. All right, what he's saying to do is pretty much your prostate gland, work it out. But for the guys who just want to start, right? For the guys who's just starting this, don't go and try to hold it for 20 seconds and things like that because you can hurt yourself also. Because it's a muscle. You don't want to work it. So you want to start it lightly. So my advice to the guys out there, right, is, you know that muscle that make your dick move. You know what I'm saying? You're going to squeeze that muscle, and which is your prostate, and you're going to hold it for 3 seconds. There's how you're going to start, right? You're going to hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Let go. 1, 2, 3. Hold it again. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. And you're going to do that at least your first rep at least 10 times. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to do that throughout the day at a 3-second interval. You know what I'm saying? And then after a week or two where you feel that's mastered, and you can do this anyway, you can do this while you're driving, you can do this anytime you just remember. You know what I'm saying? From there, you're going to push up to 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? From there, you're going to push to 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And you're just going to work your way up. It's just like meditation. You're going to work it little by little until you reach your goal. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much that's what he's talking about. And I just wanted to give y'all a quick little exercise for beginners, you know, that really helps. You know what I'm saying? It really helps instead of you straining yourself and just trying to work that muscle and overwork it.
Good. And now your head expansion. You're big. And you do that until you feel prostate. When men ejaculation, the pressure of the ejaculation is from the prostate gland contracting.
Okay. So I'm exercising that.
You exercise it.
Okay.
And for people who have prostate gland swollen up or problem, this one will solve that problem.
Okay. Just that
But
contraction.
you need 300 times.
300 times.
You know
a
that
day.
300 times, you cannot do. And now you do it until you feel orgasm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because orgasm without ejaculation.
Right.
Yeah. So you feel, so you see, when you do, when you get it, it's very quick. 2-3 times you get it. When you squeeze, it's the orgasm coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, like you call the ejaculation.
Okay.
But you are controlling them.
Okay.
Okay. So when you control them, the next thing, you need to massage the testicle. Because when you do...
Of course you do. Okay, all right. Okay. So,
because the testicle, if people have to rethink about that. Because your hands have energy.
okay.
So this chi, or we call energy, we call fire. So like the fog...
Listen to what he said, people. Real quick. If you didn't catch that. He said your hands have energy, which is called the chi, which they call the fire. Hadouken!
Law of Einstein said E equal mc squared. If you want energy, you have material mass, and you have c squared is fire. So now you have fire, and you have the testicle is material. If you rub them enough, they change to energy. That is the key.
Okay.
Okay. Because why? Because when you do the prolonging no ejaculation, you don't have the ejaculation every time. So the time have a number, very simple number. Okay. Man, if you practice this one, you have one fixed number. So in the olden time, they call priceless goal statement. Why? Very simple. If you are 20 years old, at least 4 days. No ejaculation. You can have 10 times, 20 times sex in 4 days, but no ejaculation. But after 4 days, you want ejaculation, you're okay.
Okay.
Okay. But at 30 years old, 8 days.
Okay.
8 days. You can have many times sex, but you don't have the ejaculation every time.
Okay.
After 8 days, because if you don't do that, the sperm are too much out and the body cannot build. We build too...
You're draining your energy too much. Is what you're saying. Okay. But most men don't know how to have an orgasm without ejaculation.
Because they never learn how to hold them.
Okay.
If they don't know how to massage the penis and contract the prostate gland,
okay,
they cannot control.
Okay. So you have to do the sharpen the knife first.
Right.
You have to do the 300 a day.
Right.
And then what? Then try it?
You can do already, try already. You can have sex and you practice more and not say, hey, I can control it. You see?
Okay.
And when you get so high, you stop. You have to understand orgasm, the peak of orgasm, if you want more, then no more. It's ejaculation.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, the most enjoyable time when the understanding is arousal, orgasm, near the peak. Now you stop on the peak.
So you can learn how to fuck your bitch right. Reggie in the Runch bag.
That is the key.
Hold on.
The whole key when you make it.
Let me talk my shit real quick. Yo, Reggie in the Runch bag. Listen, you gotta stay tuned, because this type of shit right here is gonna make the ladies love you when you give them that good dick. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to be able to give them that good dick. You can't always gotta depend on the Henny and shit like that. And the Perkies and things like that. You know what I'm saying, Reggie in the Runch bag? You can't always be popping Perkies to want to give a bitch good dick. You're gonna burn your dick out taking all them drugs and drinking all these motherfucking Henny all the time, just trying to get some good dick. Oh, I need to get Hennies. I'll get some good dick. Nah. You need to train your dick correctly. So this is that info that you need, little nigga. You dig? What's it called? It's called Sexual Exercises for Men. It's on YouTube. Nope, it's on YouTube, my brother. So when you get a chance, you can check it out on your own time, and you can understand and get some understanding so you can learn how to beat the brakes off that pussy. I'm just joking, but something like that.
It'll be creating so much orgasm. And when you have orgasm to one, now we say, here the peak. Here the peak here. So when you go up to the peak, you're going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
You finish. Ejaculation is finished.
Okay.
So when you go up here, you go back about here.
Like almost to the top.
Almost to the
95%.
You play safe just in the beginning 80%.
80%. Don't get too close to the fire.
We call it the point of no return.
Point of no return. Okay.
When you go beyond the point of no return,
it's over, ejaculation, and you gotta wait
and
8 days.
For a few days.
Or in my case, 16 days.
So what he's saying there is, right, when you're about to come, right, don't let yourself get to that point where, because you know us men, we can feel when that shit's just about to explode and we can't hold it. We can feel when it's at a good, like he said, a good 80%. Like, yo, if I keep going, it's over. So you got to know when to pull back, control yourself, you know what I'm saying, and learn how to hold it back with your prostate. Because if not, that bitch going to fly out. You can't control it. But if you control it, you can keep it in. You know what I'm saying? You can keep that orgasm in. You have to have a strong prostate.
16 days.
Okay. In your case, how many days?
1 month.
1 month. Okay, you better get this right.
But 1 month, you can have sex as many times as you want.
If you can do this process.
Yes.
Okay, so back to the details. So you get up to 80%, and then what happens at 80%? What do you do?
80% you stop first.
Stop.
Just
stop
and
completely.
You pull out
Okay.
little bit, not completely out. Now you just rest, control, and you just contract the same thing you contract prostate gland. Contract the prostate gland, and you feel orgasm.
Or once.
You just contract, feel the orgasm.
Okay.
Now you bring this orgasm upward.
Okay, now it's traveling up your body.
To the brain.
To the brain.
Now, because the rule written down, there is 4,800 years. This arousal orgasm energy can heal you. This is written down in Chinese text.
Okay.
4,800 years.
Then it must be true. Okay,
but the West proved that now. That's the whole key.
Okay. Continue watching this fascinating.
Did you guys hear that? The energy from your orgasms can heal your body, people. That's how fucking strong the power of sexual energy is. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong the power of sexual energy is. So when you learn to control your ejaculation and not bust off every fucking time, which I got a problem with that in a way, right? Because some women, and maybe I don't know who's on the live right now, but some women feel like they didn't do a good job until their man ejaculates. My first orgasm that I gave to myself, or the first time I had sex, I don't know. That's sort of confusing, that question.